Peace, 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 peace. Keeping it real with Rami coming to you live from the backseat of this car, but it's all love. You know what I mean? I'm on the clock right now doing a little work, but I wanted to get this out. I wanted to get this message out there. First and foremost, much love to you. No matter who you are, no matter what nation you come from, no matter how dark or light your skin is, what your sexual orientation is, any of that. Much love to you and yours. Even if you wish me and mine the opposite. Even if you hate the Moors and you can't stand Moorish Americans, it's still love. That's how amazing love is. And it will overcome all the hate in this world, and everything will be all right. All right, now that we got that out the way, I wanted to say this. I'll tell you a story first, and then I'm going to get to the reading. I was on this subway train out here in the Bay Area, and I was headed to the studios through 3500. Shout out to my man White Dave, and I'm reading the Quran, and a brother to my right asked, he said, "Yo, what you reading over there, young blood?" And I look, and I could smell a little something from his breath, but it's all love. I wanted to show him what I was reading. And as soon as he seen it and registered what I was reading, he said, "Assalamu alaikum, brother. My name is Ali." Ali, huh? random brother. Just so happened, right? So we get to rapping, and he tells me what was crazy. He was telling me that his other name. He told me his other name, and he's saying sometimes I go back and forth between my slave name and my free name, which I thought was crazy anyway. But he said he had never read this book. He had heard about Ju Ali, but he never actually read the book. And so I gave him the information, all of that, and hopefully he reaches back out. Shout out to you, Ali, if you ever see this. But I say all of that to say this. We got to spread the information. You know what I mean? We can't hide it. We can't keep it just in this club. We can't make it some secret thing, because our people need it. You know what I mean? And our people want it. And I think the people that don't want it or feel they don't need it just don't know that they need it. You know what I mean? And the thing I was telling my brother is, know what you know and know what you don't know. You know what I mean? Because if you don't know what you don't know, then you'll be missing out on a lot. And that comes from me, just to keep it real, that comes from me thinking I knew everything. And then got hit upside the head and realized I didn't know shit. But anyways, I wanted to read this small little piece because I felt it kind of connected with the story that, what I went through the other day on the train. And hopefully it'll inspire you. So in chapter 4, it's this teacher talking to John, and he's telling Matheno, Matheno. Matheno is talking to John because John's mom had just passed, and he crying. And Matheno's like, "Yo, your mom was an A1 solid individual. She did everything she was supposed to do in this life. Now she's moved on to the other side where she's working on things there. But you can't sweat it too much. You got your other things you need to do. And she's all right. She's in a better place, yada, yada, yada." And so he breaks down about how John is actually going to pave the way for the Messiah, Jesus, to come through. And I found this. I found these lines very, very important. Line 12. It says, "To teach men." It says, let's go to 10 first. "Your mission here is that of a harbinger, for you will go before the Messiah's face to pave his way and make the people ready to receive their king. This readiness is purity of heart. None but the pure in heart can recognize the king. To teach men to be pure in heart, you must yourself be pure in heart and work and deed." Skip a line. "Men need a pattern for their lives. They love to follow, not to lead. The man that stands upon the corners of the paths and points the way but does not go is just a pointer. Just pointing. and a block of wood can do the same. The teacher treads the way, and on every span of ground he leaves his footprints clearly cut, which all can be seen and be assured that he, their master, went that way. Men comprehend their inner life but what they see and do. And they come to Allah through ceremonies and forms. And so when they would make men known that their sins are washed away by purity in life, a rite symbolic may be introduced. So this is breaking down on the whole idea of getting baptized and washing away your sins, and how it's really just symbolic. And it's just the passage, the performance and all of that we do. But really, the work happens on the inside. Let me keep reading. In water, wash the bodies of the people who would turn away from sin and strive for purity in life. This rite of cleansing is a preparation rite, and they who thus are cleansed comprise the temple of purity. This rite of cleansing and this temple are but symbolic of the soul, which does not come with outward show, but is the temple within. Now this is the last key point right here. Now you may never point the way and tell the multitudes to do what you have never done, but you must go before and show the way. You are to teach that men must wash, so you must lead the way. Your body must be washed, symbolic of the cleansing of the soul. And John, he was like, well, why we gotta wait? Let's get to it right now. Let's get it popping. But I wanted to read that. Let me read that again, because that line is powerful. Now I don't want to misquote it. You may never point the way and tell the multitudes to do what you have never done. That's key right there. You cannot point the way and tell what others need to be doing, and you yourself have never did it. And I reflect a lot about that in terms of this whole movement, in terms of proclaiming my nationality, and all of this, and everything that I do, really. And, it's a challenge that I put on myself before I put on other people. So when you hear me talking about love a lot, and we need to love each other, we need to love the people that hate us, we need to love our enemies and all of that. That's not just something I'm trying to tell you to do or other people to do as if I'm not working on it myself. That's something that I constantly strive on doing all the time, is loving people regardless of who they are or where they come from. And I'm not perfect at it. I don't do it well every day. But I know that that's what we got to do. And if I'm the one trying to spread or doing my best to spread that message, I can't tell people that unless I'm about that action myself. And I even tell you this, when I first got into this whole conscious stuff and being woke and all of that, at first it felt fake to say, what's going on, my brother? What's going on, king? What's going on, queen? What's going on, sister? It felt phony. It was phony to me. But my intention was really to reprogram myself and to be more positive. And I had to work at it. I had to really recondition my mind to think about things differently. But I say that to say, after a while, it really became a part of who I am. So much so that people now sense that about me without me having to say it. And that's how people like that brother will come, just reach out to me and say, what you reading? Or what's that you got over there? Because I'm really living it. I really do read the Quran when I'm out walking around, or I really do try my best to help people. I really do my best to spread love instead of hate, regardless of who it is. And I do that in hopes that if I work on being as pure as I can about my actions and my words and my deeds, that people will see that and be inspired, and it will snowball, and we'll get this thing right. So I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling on. I just wanted to read that because that's something really important to me. Is about not pointing away and telling what others to do except without you doing it yourself. So I hope if you're watching this, that before you tell someone else to do something, someone else to change, you really work on changing yourself and being the change. And hopefully you being that will inspire others to change as well. Maybe next time I do this, I do one on lower self and higher self. I just watched the movie Wonder Woman. I don't know if you've seen it. Amazing film, and a lot of Morris jewels in there. So maybe I'll talk about that next time. Until then, keep spreading love, keep shining, keep being amazing. Much love.